Hi, welcome to episode, 4 now, of Pokemon Sapphire Mono Water. I'm starting this episode off by, if you can see the shirt here, my inspiration to make more videos on the channel. So I plan on, even though it's October, doing a Pokemon Christmas playthrough or playing like one-offs of Pokemon Christmas or winter-themed games during December. So if you guys really want to see that content or just see more from me, like the video, comment down below, and subscribe, and let's get started with the episode. What's going on, Pokemon World and Tokusatsu Multiverse? It's Pokesatsu here, and welcome to another episode of the Pokemon Sapphire Mono Water playthrough. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Today's episode, or this episode, I think I've recorded 2 today, are going to be, this one's at least going to be a bit shorter, maybe around 15 minutes, mostly because I don't have a lot to do and don't feel really comfortable doing the gym right now. So we're just going to basically battle the rival, maybe battle Wally, and then probably catch another encounter. I think Meryl is available in that patch of grass next to Verdant Turf, and if that's the case, we'll catch Meryl, and then we'll end the episode there. That's mainly my goal for right now, so without further ado, I'm just going to show you guys that the team has been grinded up a bit. 17 for Doom, 18 for Leviathan, 18 for Remora, 19 for Mako, and 18 for Rebarian. Some of them haven't been grinded up that much, some of them were just used for switch training. But otherwise, yes, everything is going pretty much the same as last time, just a couple levels higher. No movesets have changed, basically just a few extra levels. So, yeah, let's go ahead and battle May. Yeah, long time no see. How about a battle? Let's go. Now, I think she starts off with Wailmer, if I remember right. Yeah, she does. So, my best plan is to actually use Doom here and try and do Poison Sting. And Poison on the first try. Let's go. Now, if I can hit a Supersonic too, okay, well, that's bad. If we can just please hit a Supersonic and get confused, that would be great. If not, then well, okay, it stopped it right there. So now we can instantly switch into Lombre, Remora, not Leviathan, and we're going to try and use Absorbs here. If that sounded like it's because I was scratching my chin in the mid of a sentence. I scratched my chin mid-sentence, and it sounded like the sound, so it is what it is. That's a little goofy, but you know what? We're going to get past it. Grovyle may be a problem here. The only Pokemon I have on my team to really deal with Grovyle is Rebarian. Doom can also do something. I'm going to hope for a second first turn poison. If not, then oh well. Please. Yes, first turn poison, and now I'm going to actually heal up, because remember, this is not a Nuzlocke, I'm just having fun. So, Quick Attack is not doing a lot of damage, so I might just keep using Poison Sting. Because it's doing pretty well, it's doing pretty decent damage. And, oh, a critical hit. That would have been so nice, though. We just switch into Rebarian, and we'll clean up with this Grovyle. Hit it with a nice wing attack. Don't you start healing now, my god. That did half of our HP. Anyway, now we're going to send out Numel. Really, any team member here but Leviathan could win. I might just keep Rebarian in just to end it with a quick water gun. But now, I've been wanting to ask this question before. As you know, the nicknames of my Pokemon in this playthrough are from Legendary Duelist Mako Tsunami, Duels from the Deep. Now, I want to ask you guys a question, and I'm going to have it be on screen as I ask this. If you play the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG or OCG, what is your favorite set that has ever come out? Personally, I would say mine is actually Rage of the Abyss. Or, not Rage of the Abyss, that's the new set. My favorite is probably going to be the Legendary Duelist Mako Tsunami, Duels from the Deep, just because it has so many good cards in it. It has the Shark cards in it, it has the Marincess cards, which are a personal favorite of mine, Not my favorite, but like a personal favorite of mine. And then it has, of course, the legendary fisherman cards. There's also, I believe, is it called Magic Hand, a level 4 Z's monster? I think it's called Magic Hand. I have a copy sitting next to me, I think, because I was going through some cards earlier. What is this thing called? Am I going to get to look at it? Hold on. It's called Giant Hand, number 106, Giant Hand. Pretty decent card. It is a pretty decent card, not going to lie to you about that. Anyone need healing? I'm going to heal Rebarian. And hopefully in today's episode, we can actually evolve Leviathan into a Gyarados. I think that would be a really cool thing to do. And with the switch training, we'll at least get him to level 19, which is fine. But no, I'd say my personal favorite has to be Duels from the Deep, just because of all the good water monsters in it. Obviously, like I've said here, water types wouldn't crack my top 10 in Pokemon typings. I disagree now that I've thought about it some more. Water may be in like my top 8. It may be 7 or 8 in my favorites, but still higher than a lot of other typings. I'm not the biggest fan of like Bug or maybe Poison. Electric is pretty low for me just because, like, I don't know, they're really cool. There is a Pokemon of every single typing that I love. I'm not gonna lie about that at all. But then it's like, I think like Ground, Rock, Steel, Fairy, Fighting, probably my favorites overall. I'm just gonna use Steel Wing for the first time. It just looks like Wing Attack, but metal. But anyway, I'd say, yeah, my favorite is probably going to be the Legendary Duelist one, because it just has a lot of good water monsters in it. When it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh!, I actually love water monsters. I'm going to try and dodge this guy, apparently not. I don't know, I like water monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Marincess is, of course, a personal favorite. Sharks are really good. Then there's, like, I think they're called Goaty, or something like that, where they're like water monsters that have been around for a little while, but not as long as I think they would be. And they're just really cool cards. I would say, like, I have been looking into other ones. I think they're called Gishki or something like that. And, like, overall, I'm just a big water fan when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! So, when it comes to, like, my other things I want, for instance, a friend of mine wants me to start playing Magic the Gathering with him. I've never really played Magic before, so I don't know exactly how I would go about that. Like, he told me that since I like earthy creatures, golems, and stuff like that, maybe I could do colorless. I'm not sure about that yet. If anyone knows anything about Magic the Gathering and wants to comment down below and help me out, then that would be great. Also, I think this is the 1% mining. We're just gonna get a level off of that. Like, we're gonna get us some points off of that. Because I think, like, mining is a 1% in this game, which is funny to me, because when I was grinding, I saw, like, 3 in a row. I don't know if that's rare or lucky or not, but welcome to Mauville City. Now I'm going to stop at the Pokemon Center, and I'm going to heal up my team. I'm going to battle Wally. But anyway, that's the question of the day. What is your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Set? Personally, again, my favorite is Duels from the Deep. Really, anything that can add, like, water monsters to the game, like sea serpents, aquas, fish, things like that. I've just been a big fan of those lately. Like, as y'all know on my story on Instagram, which, by the way, link in the description if you want to follow me on Instagram, that would be very much appreciated. Also, while you're down there, like, comment, and subscribe. I have been talking about building my own deck that has, like, White Aura Whale, White Aura Porpoise, I think it's called White Aura Monoceros. Like, those cards in it, along with other monsters, like some of the shark monsters, a few legendary fisherman cards, maybe some of, like, just overall, I want to make a good deck that has 3 or 4 different summoning mechanics in it, and I think that'd be really good. So now, let's just go ahead. I'm actually going to battle Wally last and end the episode there. So let's see. What can I do here? I'm going to battle these two. I think they have a Machop and a Zigzagoon, or a Makuhita and a Zigzagoon. So I'm going to battle them, and we are going to see what they have. Yeah, exactly right. It was a Zigzagoon and a Makuhita. So I'm going to go ahead and actually try and Supersonic the Makuhita. And I'm going to switch out the Magikarp. I don't know why I was targeting an attack there. But it is what it is on that. Supersonic missed. Odor Sleuth, okay, well, that doesn't really do anything to me. And neither does this. So that's great. So, okay, I'm just going to Poison Sting the Zigzagoon. I'm going to Wing Attack the Makuhita. I don't know, I've just been a big fan of water monsters for these past, couple of months. I've been getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And I've been a fan of the other, before this, I was a big machine guy. I liked running machine archetypes. I actually found out a while back that some of my favorite archetypes that are machine are actually just terrible. Like, I love the Vehicroid cards. I knew that they weren't that good, they weren't amazing. But I wanted to run them anyway, because basically I just like machine monsters. Then, Speedroids are really good. I hear right now, I can't remember if it's the OCG or the TCG, that Springans are doing really well, and that makes me happy. Knowing a machine monster is doing well in competitive, I just gotta say, that makes me happy personally. Now, let's see if I can actually find my next encounter over here. This should be Meryl. I think it's 5%, but hopefully I can find one early. If not, I'm just going to ramble for a couple of minutes until we do find one. I don't know. Now, one thing I've been liking about the Marincess monsters is, I've been getting really into them recently. And the thing about them is, I love how they can basically just keep summoning each other, or can be used in other archetypes that aren't Marincess. For a few of them, for instance, I think Marincess, I think it's Coral Anemone. It's a Link 2, 2,000 attack points. It can summon a water monster with 1,500 or less attack from your graveyard. That could be good for sharks as well. I mean, overall, it wouldn't do very well with Legendary Fisherman, but that could be well with just any water deck, and I think that's interesting. Also, I think Volbeat is a 1% in this game too, so that's interesting. But Marincess cards are really interesting, because in my order that I put on TCG Player, I mentioned in an earlier episode, I got a few that I couldn't. Okay, maybe Illumise is the 1%. That, or I'm just super lucky right now. No pun intended, because of the Pokemon game. But no, I just say, I like how they're good with each other. And we got ourselves a Meryl joining the team. Let's hope, I know this is going to sound very weird, I hope that this one isn't pure power. The reason behind that is water moves in this game are special. So that doesn't really do anything for us here. So I'd love to have an extra, ice and fire thing on it, just to be better. And of course, Nature Power turns into Stun Spore when you're in a grassy environment like this. I'm going to hit it with an Astonish or two, see if I can weaken it down just a bit more, or maybe I'll hit it with 15 and it'll probably still live. But maybe 2 or 3 more, and if it doesn't crit. And we're going to catch ourselves a Meryl. A couple of the cards that I've been wanting to look into, because I don't have them in my deck right now, are Aqua Argonaut and Core Triangle for the Marincess monsters, because they're just really interesting cards from what I can remember of them. So, I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to name this Meryl after a Marincess monster. I've noticed in my in this game here that almost all of them except for Mako have been shark monsters. So I'm going to name this Meryl, I think every Marincess monster is female, and this is a Meryl, so it's a male too. So I don't know. I don't want to name it after Legendary Fisherman cards, and we already have Doom for Doom Kraken, and that's a shark monster too. It technically could be Legendary Fisherman or shark, but it is what it is. I'm going to name this Meryl, let's see. I'm going to name this Meryl. I was thinking, you know what? hopefully this doesn't mean anything negative to somebody out there. A really good searcher in if it'll do it, in the Marincess monsters is a card called Marincess Blue Tang. Will it take the thing I'm trying to tell it to do? And the thing is, it's like, okay, so when it's normal summoned or special summoned, I think that's what it is for both of them. That, like, you can send one Marincess monster from your deck to the graveyard. And then if it's used for a link summon of a water monster, you can excavate the top 3 cards of your deck. I say excavate because I've read the effect a lot. You can take the top 3 cards on your deck and take one Marincess monster out of 3 of them, and then shuffle the other 2 back into your deck. That's a decent searcher. Like, if you don't have, or have already used, like, Marincess Sea Angel, like the Link 1 Link monster to get Marincess Battle Ocean out of that, that's an easy way to get you, like, a Marincess Wave, or something like that out of them. Or if it's a Marincess monster, that would be really great for somehow getting, Marincess Sleepy Maiden, or another Seahorse. Seahorse is so vital to some strategies in Marincess. But overall, I'd say, like, this is a really good name for this Meryl. Hopefully we get a thick, fat one. It is huge power with a attack lowering nature. That is very interesting. But it's okay. We'll probably just be using it for special attacks the same, just as it is now. But, like, this attack stat is now 18, or the 18 attack stat with a special attack of 12. The physical attack is still higher, so tackle may be used the most here. But honestly, I would probably rather use just water gun because of stab. I think stab is either 2 times or 1.5 in this game. So let's say, like, wrong, not y'all, this one. 1.5, so 12.5, 18 for the damage, roughly. I don't know if that's how that works, but I'd say, yeah, that's okay. That's doable. That's okay. So, anyway, that's the Meryl encounter. And now I'm going to heal my team. And I think it's this woman here that teaches you rollout. That might be Emerald exclusive. But, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. Also, I just realized we have a pre-fairy type Meryl on our team. Have I been to Rydell's? Okay, no. So, can't do that. But I'm actually going to go here first. We should maybe take advantage of that physical attack stat just a little. He's going to give us the HM for Rock Smash. I may go ahead and teach this to Meryl. Because, I mean, if it can lower defense and use that attack stat, then I say, hey, that's alright. Like, we're going to give you something. So, Rock Smash, lower defense with it. Honestly, that's just a better tail whip. Yes, it has a chance to lower defense, but it still does damage, which is perfectly fine. And can anyone learn Thief? Okay, this actually helps me out a bit. I'm going to teach Doom Thief, and then for Rock Tomb's a very meh TM, but just to clear out the TM pocket, I'm probably going to get rid of Tackle. See, I don't know why, but I want to keep Mudslap for at least until Flannery, maybe after Flannery. So I'm going to get rid of Tackle. And we are now just going to... Did I heal up? I did heal up. So now we're just going to head over and battle Wally in front of the gym. And that's going to be the end of the episode today, because that battle is basically nothing. So, yeah, talking to his uncle. And you want to battle? Sure, let's go. I said this was going to be a quick 15-minute episode, and we are at 19 minutes now, which is very interesting. So maybe this will be a 1 more minute type of episode, and that is Double Team. So we are just gonna do this, because I think you only know Double Team and Growl, and that is very annoying. So let's try and hit it with the Poison Sting and poison it. You know Confusion, and you confuse me. Why did I use Poison Sting when I have Thief? Literally just taught it. It's been a weird day today, so you know what? We're just going to go with what we have and Astonish. And it did not... A flinch? A flinch? Hey, we take a flinch. Although it's another, to quote Chaotic Meatball, damn range. But you know what? It's fine. It's perfectly fine. We ended on a crit as well. And Remora gains a level and wants to learn Fake Out. That's great. We are getting rid of Growl because we don't really need it. I don't like using status lowering moves if I know I'm not going to need them. So it is what it is. They're good early on, but not like the later you get into the game. And after this talking right here, I'm going to head back to the Pokemon Center again. I'm going to heal. But anyway, I've been kind of rambling this episode. I kind of ramble every episode, but I guess that's why people watch me. I don't mind like speaking my mind on things and just being open with my opinion. So again, why don't you guys answer the question that I said earlier in the video. You know, tell me which Yu-Gi-Oh! Set is your favorite. Mine, again, being Duels from the Deep from 2020 with Mako Tsunami. And maybe Rage of the Abyss is growing on me. It does have a lot of water monsters. I do have a list I wrote down of the water monsters or water support, if you guys want me to talk about that in the next episode. But I know a lot of people don't usually come to a Pokemon video to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! But that's neither here nor there. I'm equally as likely to talk about Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Lego, Taylor Swift, really anything that interests me at this time. Yu-Gi-Oh's just been kind of a main thing I've been focusing on right now. But regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. And check out my Instagram, check out my TikTok, whatever's going down in the description. And I will see you guys in the next video. So remember, where you're trying to be the very best like no one ever was, or just trying to ride or kick it up a notch, just remember that you've got this. And again, I will see you in the next episode. Take care.